time on Age of Darkness Romance Twilight. Along with Bethany, Zane, and Sarah, the four of you escaped the witch's manor, only to be cornered by the mutated creatures of her creation. After sending Zane and Sarah off to find an exit through the maze, you return to your newfound crewmate to fight off the creatures of the maze. Just when it might seem to be too much for the two of you, a man bursts through the hedge maze, gunning down a few of the creatures and declaring himself as Gotti Venetati. Together with Bethany, you left through the newfound exit made by this newcomer. You return to Linda Quill only to find out Lance has gone missing again, and you have a lead on the Moon Key. You leave to the church, looking for answers to this island's mysteries and a key to save its residents. Except you find another mystery and a woman by the name of Marianne. You realize to uncover the secret behind this church, you must have Sarah use her newfound power to do it. After returning to the town, splitting up to find Sarah, you instead find Lance in a struggle with a jungle pirate. Saving him, the two of you return to Granny's just as Gotti arrives on the scene to join you and Sarah to the church, where Sarah unleashes her power and reveals a secret underground room her mother used to use for research. Through the papers and research documents on the ground and the table, you have more understanding of this island's past, as well as the Moon Key in hand. Just when you thought everything was going to be okay, screams can be heard from upstairs in the church. Rushing up, you can find Gotti, bullets ineffective against the two creatures that seem to have a different aura than the ones you fought earlier. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Now, you and Bethany have reached the top of the stairs, and Sarah hiding behind the podium. Roll for initiative. You got a 5?
Yeah.
You're gonna move at the same time as the Dark Guardian. The Light Guardian is gonna move at the same time as Sarah. So we'll say Sarah moves before the Light Guardian, and you'll move after the Dark Guardian. And
So I go after dark. Got it.
yeah, well, yeah. And Gotti will go first, Bethany will go second.
Big bets.
So the two of you reach the top. You see Sarah behind you, hiding behind the podium. The two guardians standing at the ends of the church. Gotti laying into them with his machine gun arm. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. He takes the machine gun off of his arm, unhooks it, and then he pulls out a dagger and sticks the dagger into the spot where the machine gun would have been. This isn't really my style, but come here, bastard. He's gonna ready himself for when they attack. Now Bethany's turn. Oh, it's Thomas. This is weird. I thought we were... Oh, alright. He pulls out his axe, and he's gonna run up next to Gotti, readying himself. The Dark Guardian is going to moving weirdly, a little to the right, a little to the left. You can see it kind of moves like the mutated Marine officer you fought earlier, but it moves more elegantly, like it knows what it's doing. It's gonna shoot its branches and vines straight out temporarily, and the targets are gonna have to make a DC 10 Dex save. Let me see. So it's gonna attack Bethany and Gotti, and it's gonna take disadvantage because Gotti and Bethany readied themselves. No, it's a single target. So it's gonna attack Gotti, taking the lower one. It misses Gotti. Ugh. So the vines come out of the creature, shooting directly forward, almost hitting Gotti, but he moves his head slightly to the right, almost naturally, and he pulls up the dagger, trying to hit at the vines that just tried to hit him. And the vines pull back just in time. Ugh. Damn creature. So you're gonna move next.
I'm gonna go ready up next to Bethany and Gotti.
Let's go, Thomas. Let's get this thing.
Why
do you think it's here? It looks different than those other things we fought.
These ones look more vegetated. Maybe Sarah could do something with her powers.
So it's Sarah's turn. She's still hiding behind the podium, and she says, I can hear voices. What are they saying? Get out of my head. So that she spends her turn just hitting her head in a fetal position behind the podium, and the other creature is going to move slightly forward. It's gonna move closer to you guys. It's not all the way to you. It's still a little cross. However, it is within a turn's reach of you. Moves first. Gotti goes, I'm gonna get up close and personal with this. Bethany, you coming with? Thomas, why don't you stay behind? Yeah, I'll come up with you.
Oh, you just fucking leave me back here? Alright. Give me a gun then.
I need someone to stay near my daughter. This thing, it doesn't exactly work for you. He motions to the machine gun. This only works for me. Sorry about that.
Rude? You don't have a pistol?
Why would I need a pistol when I have this?
Extra weaponry? Just go take care of him.
So Gotti's gonna move forward in striking distance of the Light Guardian, and Bethany's gonna skip his turn so that he moves up forward with Gotti. Dark Guardian is gonna use both of its hands this time to shoot out and try to hit. Gotti succeeds the deck save, but Bethany doesn't. So it's gonna shoot out its vines like last time, and Gotti's gonna dodge out of the way just in time. Bethany actually gets hit by it. Ugh! Bethany takes 9 points of damage here. Damn! Who knew leaves could hurt so much? What the hell are you talking about?
I guess Earth is trying to fuck you.
You gonna swear in front of my daughter like that? It's fine.
Sorry, it just came out. I've been hanging around Bethany all day today. We crack jokes.
Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, that thing stings. So now it's your turn.
I'm gonna take this time to light a cigarette. Hey, Gotti, you said you need some fire rounds, right?
Yeah, these things
Think a lighter
definitely
would
work. A
Think
lighter,
a lighter would help?
that little fire, and unless we have any way to accentuate the flame, I don't think it would work.
Well, I'm gonna come fight with you guys. I'm
So
gonna
you're
run
gonna
up
move forward?
and who's the closest guardian?
The Light Guardian's closer.
I'm gonna run and stab it. Got a pen.
So, you run up to the Light Guardian as it stands there with its eyes glowing, and
So it
you
floats?
stab it with your katana, but your katana doesn't even pierce the grass.
It just
And-
like rubs against it.
It rubs against it, and you can see closer to. You can see the eyes are glowing, and the mouth is slightly parted and moving, and you can hear Sarah in the background. Out of my head! And after she yells that, the Light Guardian sees you in front of it and moves really close to you, and you have a chance to dodge this, to make a dex save. So it's gonna roll to hit you. It hits you, and it moves really close to you, and you can feel your feet are stuck. There are vines holding your shoes into place, and it moves so close to you, you can feel its viney body. It's moving so close to you that now you're inside of it, and you feel a sense of peace, and you feel a sense of calm, like everything's gonna be okay. Everything is awesome. So that was its turn. Gotti's gonna go, ugh, what are you doing, idiot? Get out of there! So Gotti goes to stab it with his dagger, but just like when you tried to stab it with your katana, it bounces off. It doesn't even pierce the skin. Ugh, what is this thing made of? And so Bethany runs up behind Gotti and is like, don't worry, I got this. He takes his gigantic axe and brings it down onto the Dark Guardian. However, because you're inside of it, you have a chance to take damage from whoever is swinging at the Light Guardian. So Bethany's gonna swing, bringing his axe down onto the Light Guardian. And the Light Guardian, it finally pierces its skin, but just barely, doing only a little bit of damage to it. Bethany goes, what the hell is this thing made of? I can see what it's made of, but I mean, what is it actually made of? Thomas, you can see inside there. What do you find?
It's all greenery. Maybe Sarah could do something about these dudes. She controls plants and stuff, right, dudes? She should be able to control these dudes.
You're saying to bring my daughter in this fight?
Dude, hear me out. Sarah, dude, control it further back.
Don't worry, Thomas. We'll get you out of there.
Don't hit me, dude.
The Dark Guardian moves forward. It's pulling its feet up and into range of the Light Guardian. It's right next to it now. And its face is so void of emotion and feeling. It's like all life is depleted from its soul. Oh, that thing is weird. Get that out of here. So it's your turn to try to snap out of confusion. This is a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 5, and I have a Ned 1 in my wisdom.
So you don't break out of this. So you took 12 damage from being inside of this thing, because the vines are starting to encroach on you. They're just wrapping in your leg and slowly strangling you. But because you feel at peace, everything's fine, man. So Sarah is behind the podium. She's on the ground, and now she's looking over. She sees you inside of this thing. She sees Gotti, and she sees Bethany trying to deal with this monster. And then she sees the Dark Guardian, and as it's moving towards your location, she thinks to herself, I have to do something. And she hears the voices inside of her head. No, but I don't want to hurt you. But don't hurt my friends. I don't want to hurt you. And she takes a stand, and now it's the Light Guardian's turn, and it's actually moving towards Bethany to try and encroach on Bethany too. Oh, what the hell? Whoa.
Oh,
It's starting to feel nice. Whoa. Thomas, why didn't you invite me in here sooner?
Dude, this shit kinda hurts if you feel it hard enough.
Feel? Oh man, it feels nice.
No, dude, you're gonna die, dude.
What are you talking about? We feel, oh, that feels nice. So it encroaches on Bethany, hits Bethany, and it pulls Bethany into the body right next to you. The two of you are now inside of this creature. So now it's Gotti's turn. Ugh! Have to do everything myself, huh?
Gotti, dude.
Gotti's gonna take his dagger and try to cut into the Light Guardian. Ugh! This thing is too hard! As a bonus action, he's gonna try and back away before the Dark Guardian gets a opportunity attack. He backs away just in time, getting out of range of the Dark Guardian's melee attack. So now it is Bethany's turn. Bethany is like trying to make a wisdom saving throw here. He fails. Oh, what is that? And the vines start wrapping around Bethany's leg.
Like, dude, this shit kinda hurts.
Oh, but it feels kind of nice too. Now it's the Dark Guardian's turn. It's gonna use its vines, shooting straight out at Gotti. Right in his chest. This thing's so annoying. Taking 28 points of damage.
Sarah, dude, you should control creatures, dude.
Thomas, you're talking weird, and I can barely hear you.
Oh, I got a 12.
So you're finally breaking out of this, and you're falling out of this thing. You're moving your body, and you're trying to get out. You finally get out. You come to your senses.
Hey, what's up, dudes? And then I roll, right? I fall and roll.
Explain to me how you're getting out of this thing.
I'm doing the worm inside, and then I'm gonna bust my head through, dog, right? Hey, what's up, dudes? And then I try to whittle out some more, and then once I get all of my body out, I'm going to roll and then ready katana.
So you breaking free is your whole turn. You can pull out your katana because it's on you, but you can't ready yourself for an incoming attack.
That's fine.
So now it is Sarah's turn. My head.
Control it, dude.
The hell are you talking like that for?
Dude, you feel like go and try it. But what the fuck? Hey, what's up? What's happening?
Thomas, you're acting weird. What happened in there?
I'll explain later. Just get control of these creatures.
Okay, it's just hard, but you don't understand, Thomas. I can hear them. I can hear their voices. It's like I can hear their voices in my head. I don't know. They speak like in a broken English.
Real, mate.
The hell are you talking about? I don't know. She starts to tear up a bit. It's okay. Just do your best.
Sarah. You got this.
You could do this. I believe in you. After taking a stand and talking with her friends, she's going to finally try to take control of these creatures. She puts her hands out. Stop! And the two creatures move slightly, stopping, but then moving again. They don't listen to me, guys. And after she does that, the Light Guardian moves towards Gotti as he's closer. Get out of here.
Get stuck in there, Gotti.
So Gotti sees it coming and dodges out of the way just in time. And after dodging out of the way just in time, he uses his dagger this time, aiming at the legs of the creature, piercing its vines, cutting it, dealing 27 damage to this creature. And now, because the creature was pierced at the legs, Bethany has a chance to fall out. And Bethany comes, whoa, what the hell? He doesn't fall as gracefully as you did. He kind of falls and hits his head on the way out. My head!
You gotta roll, dude.
The creature goes leaning to its right. And then Sarah can... it's screaming. after hearing it scream, and then Dark Guardian is going to use an attack it hasn't used yet. It's going to stab at the ground, and the entire ground starts to turn into vine. It's using its own body. Its vines are like coming out of it onto the ground all over the place, surrounding the area slowly. And it's moving towards the few of you guys. What do you want to do? You have to like see if you get out of the way or something like that.
Gotta do a save.
Yeah, do a save to try and get on top of because it's only on the ground, but the benches near you aren't getting vined up.
Well, I tried to jump out of the way and I failed because I got a 2.
And then a vine wraps around your leg, grabbing you. Gotti is able to jump onto the bench, but since Bethany is on the ground, he had disadvantage, and he took a critical fail on it, and he's being enveloped in this vine. Oh, not again! So Bethany takes 6 points of damage here, and you'll take 8 damage. So now it's your turn. So having just been pulled down by this thing, you felt energy being sapped out of you by this vine.
I'm gonna try to cut it.
So you critically fail at cutting this thing. And instead of cutting it, the vine lets go of your leg, grabs your hand with the knife, and pulls you up. You're now being held above the ground by the vine. Sarah's turn. Thomas, no! You put my friend down now! The two creatures back up a bit. They don't let go of you. However, the two of them feel visibly shaken by her words. Then the Light Guardian, after being shaken, shakes that off, and the vines having been cut before by Gotti are starting to repair. The Light Guardian uses Overgrow. Its entire body falls down and grows into the surrounding area. And then as it does that, it pulls back, and then it healed. You can tell it seems a little bit stronger now.
Hey, Gotti, do me a favor and cut me down.
One moment. So Gotti hears
don't
you,
tell
and
me
he runs over to you, running on top of the benches, jumps and cuts you from being held up, and lands on the other bench on the other side. And that was his turn. Bethany goes up next, pulling up off the ground. Oh, snap, what the hell? These things just don't want to quit, do they? Sarah, you think you can handle these? I'm trying. Alright, well, we'll keep them off of you while you try harder. Hey, don't you talk to my daughter like that. She's trying her best. I know. You don't have to tell me twice.
That's the way of encouraging someone, Gotti. Don't worry about it.
So, after Bethany says that to Gotti, he's gonna get his battle axe and move towards you and pick you up off the ground. You're no longer shaken, and you can ready yourself along with Gotti.
Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, I got you. He reaches out his hand.
I'm gonna grab it.
He's gonna pull you off the ground and say, no problem. He puts his hand on your shoulder, my captain. And as he says that, the Dark Guardian moves forward, shooting both of its arms at the two of you.
Dude. Got a fucking 18 men.
You did really well in your dodge, and it actually misses you completely, but directly hits Bethany right in the arm. Oh, not again! Dealing 8 damage to Bethany. These things love me.
You're a man for plants. You should become a gardener.
Gardening's not really my thing, unless today, he turns his head to the monsters, I can be a gardener, if that means taking these things down a peg.
It's time to trim the hedges.
Good one, Thomas. Puts his hand out for a high five.
Yeah!
So you just high five Bethany. Now it's your turn to go.
Which one's closer to us?
Both of them are close to you, but the Dark Guardian is like in your face, while the other one is behind the Dark Guardian to the left a little.
Bethany, let's attack the dark one together.
You've got it, man. So you skip your turn to attack with Bethany on his turn. Now it's Sarah's turn, and she's gonna go. All right. She's talking herself up. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. She hears the voice. It's saying, get out. Get out.
It's telling us to run away?
I don't know. The Light Guardian is moving towards Gotti on the bench to the right. Get that thing away from me. Ugh! Gotti tries to jump out of the way, but it grabs at its legs and pulls him in for a deep embrace. Gotti goes, this thing is awful. What is going on. What is that
Oh,
feeling?
dude. I told you, dude, it feels amazing, but you try to get out of there as fast as you can, dude.
So now it's Gotti's turn, and he's gonna roll a wisdom saving throw to get out. It succeeds. He goes, no, breaks free, uses both of his arms to break free of this creature, and stands straight up looking it directly in the face. You're not gonna get me today. My death day isn't today.
Hey, Gotti, I think you should work on your one-liners.
He turns around and looks at you.
I did not mean that personally.
Now he glares at you. You want to say that again, kid? Pulls the dagger and points it in your direction.
I like your hat.
That's what I thought. So now it's Bethany's turn. And now the two of you are going to run at this thing, at this creature. Thomas, duck down! Do it!
So Bethany, I duck and go for the legs.
Bethany drops and swings his giant battle axe at the legs of the creature. And I assume you do the same. You two do really poorly at this. And because it sees both of you right in front of it, it grabs you, both of you this time, with its arms and flings you all the way back to the podium. And because
that did not feel good.
You'll take 1 damage and Bethany will take 4 damage. The two of you are right next to Sarah, who's standing next to the podium. I'm doing my best here, I'm sorry. You're doing great, kid. Just
No
do a little
worries.
greater.
Much better, much gooder. That did not go as planned, did it?
No, I thought, we've attacked together before. Remember, it seemed to have gone better last time.
Yeah, but they didn't have arms.
The Dark Guardian attacked both of you, and now it's your turn, Thomas.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Seems like nothing we do against this thing works.
I mean, if Sarah's saying we should get out, I think we should just run for the door.
Think we should just leave?
That's what I'm thinking. Because Sarah's saying that we need to get out. Or she's saying get out of her head.
They're talking inside of my head, and that one over there, she points to the Dark Guardian. It's saying, screaming, get out. And the other one, she points to the Light Guardian who's fighting Gotti. It seems to want us to apologize. No, it wants to apologize. I don't understand.
And why are they attacking us?
They're speaking in just one words. It's not coherent sentences. So what do you do on your turn? I should mention that the two of them are blocking the main entrance to out of the church. You'd have to swing all the way around, spending a few turns just like leaving, going the other direction. In which case they would be able to move.
Bethany, think you can hold them off or I'll try to heat up my swords with my lighter?
It sounds like a plan. You think it'll do more damage if you heat it up?
Probably. It'll be like cutting a hot knife through butter.
Alright. So Bethany gets back up. And you're gonna sit back and light your katana, try to heat it up. And now it's Sarah's turn. Alright guys, let me try this. She's gonna roll to try and hit these two. And she does. She uses her powers.
Oh,
She
big
puts
bets.
out her hands. And you hear her say, kneel! And the two guardians immediately bend the knee, kneeling down and looking at the ground.
I think that's our cue to run, guys.
Alright, let's try to run past these things. Bethany is up, and he's ready to move past the two guardians. Gotti goes, we're just leaving, just like that. And
I mean, if you want to stay and fight, be my guest.
Sarah is visibly losing stamina. The longer she holds out her hands, I can't do it so much longer.
Let's
And
chop off
the-
their heads then.
The two guardians are just kneeling on the ground. You can see them vibrate as if they're trying to move and being held back by something.
Aim for the heads.
So Bethany goes, Gotti, you get the other one, I'll get this one. He motions to get the Dark Guardian while Gotti gets the light. Yeah, fine. Don't tell me what to do. Gotti goes to swing at the Light Guardian. Bethany goes to swing at the Dark Guardian, both aiming for the necks. But just as they swing for the necks, Sarah... and see her fall to the ground a little, and she's trying to not fall to the ground all the way. She's like on one knee. She dropped one arm and lost control of the Dark Guardian. She's still holding her left arm out, aimed at Gotti. So Gotti's gonna swing at this thing. He does 25 damage right at the Guardian's neck, but can't cut all the way through. Cuts halfway into the neck. Just as this is happening, Bethany is swinging at the Dark Guardian, but that's when Sarah lost control of it and it moves all the way at Bethany, using its vines to move directly into Bethany. He's gonna do 26 damage to Bethany, right in the gut with the vines shooting straight through his body. Any other man would probably be severely wounded by this, but it's Bethany. Bethany's taken over 46 damage. Bethany's below half HP now. Not my day. Bethany drops to one knee, and you can see from behind Bethany that his body's slowly starting to fall. He's not unconscious or dead. You can tell that by looking at him, but he's definitely losing a lot of energy. The vines are straight through him and now pulled out, and the Dark Guardian stands to both vine legs and looks directly at the two of you. He said, "You're next." As you're standing in the room, you see the two lamps on the other side of the rooms. You see all the benches, the passageway behind you opening onto a bunker with one room in it. Sarah standing next to you. What do you do?
You dare hurt my nakama? You're gonna die, bitch! And I'm gonna charge it with a heated up katana.
So you're running straight at this thing. This thing is close enough for you to hit it now.
You son of a bitch!
So you run at it, stab it, and then run your sword straight up. So 54 damage. You visibly see it fall to one knee, using its hand clustering at its wound you just dealt to it. So Sarah's turn next. Thomas, no, don't kill it, please. I know it hurt Bethany, but it's just, it's whispering in my head, and it's just crying. I can feel it's hurt.
Maybe he shouldn't just be stabbing my crewmate. So either
Sarah's going to try and talk to this thing. Don't worry. Let me see if I can. She stares at the Dark Guardian. She's not saying any words, but you can tell that she's very deep in concentration. And the Dark Guardian backs up. It didn't stop or leave, but it did back up off away from you. I told it to go get away from you.
You told him to leave us alone?
The Light Guardian's in combat with Gotti right now. Gotti is trying to deal damage to this thing. However, the Light Guardian is trying to pull this thing into him. So it's going to pull Gotti into its body. And Gotti goes, not again. You can see him, his muscles relax.
Oh, dude, I fucking warned you, dude.
He's going to make a saving throw and fail it, taking 1 point of damage. Now it's Bethany's turn. Bethany is not unconscious, but he's trying to pull himself back up and having a hard time doing it.
Bethany, go near Sarah and heal up or something. I reach out my hand.
He takes it. Thank you. You know, Thomas, don't become a gardener.
No.
It's not the
I
greatest
guess
profession.
But hey, maybe you might get lucky and meet a maid and have some fun.
That sounds like a great time. So you can see his eyes are rolling back, and he's like, staying unconscious.
Bethany, go sit down near Sarah.
All right.
That's an order.
So he goes to lay down next to Sarah. Sarah is standing, but she's trying to keep conscious. Gotti is currently inside the Light Guardian, and the Dark Guardian is a few feet away from you after backing away from what Sarah said. Now it is the Dark Guardian's turn, and then the Dark Guardian is looking at you. It turns its head slightly, and it looks towards the Light Guardian. And the Light Guardian turns its head slightly, looking towards the Dark Guardian. And all of a sudden, Gotti is spit out onto the floor. Ugh, what the hell? Not again! And the Light Guardian backs away to the Dark Guardian. And then Sarah is saying, they're giving us time? They want us to see what we'll do. Thomas, I think they're testing us.
So they're testing us to either kill them or stop fighting. Which one?
I don't know.
Do you think you can speak to them and tell them to stop fighting us?
She looks directly into the Light and Dark Guardian, and she's like, they say they're here because they're trying to protect what?
So they're trying to protect you?
I can't get them to say anything else.
But they're here to protect the Vatican where they worship the goddess. And you're technically now the new goddess. So do they think we're trying to hurt you?
Pull out your sword again, Thomas.
Sheath my sword.
They didn't say anything. They didn't do anything.
Put my sword away and I walk towards Sarah.
So the two of them visibly move slightly towards your location.
They think we're trying to hurt you.
They do?
Sarah, you come to me real quick.
Sarah walks over to you.
Hold my hand, Sarah.
And as she's reaching out her hand to hold you, the two guardians start moving into your location. And Sarah goes, "Ah! They said protect."
We ain't gonna hurt her. Tell them that we're your friends.
And she reaches out her hands at the two guardians, and she's glaring at them, and they both kneel again. This time, they're not visibly trying to resist. They say, as long as you don't hurt me and leave this place, they will let us pass. Gotti goes up to the two guardians. He's starting to walk over to them.
Gotti, whatever you're planning, don't.
I just want to get a better look at these two. You say they're talking to you?
They're friendly only to her. They think we were trying to hurt her.
Is that why it attacked me? Because I was standing near my daughter? And Gotti's walked over to the Dark Guardian, and he's staring it directly where its eyes should be. It says, "That's my daughter, you monster."
Hey, Gotti, here's a tip. Don't piss it off.
I'm just telling it who's boss. Look at me. He puts his hand that isn't a dagger, points it straight at himself, and then he points it at the creature. I am the boss. You will do what I say, alright?
Hey, Gotti, to me it looks like you were getting manhandled over there, so I suggest you shut the flip up.
It says they only answer to the goddess.
Tell them that we are leaving it and we're not gonna hurt you. Bethany, can you hear me?
Barely, but I'm here.
Pack your things and get up. We're leaving.
Alright. Sarah, Gotti, Bethany, and you all walk towards the two guardians. They get up and slightly move to the right and to the left to let you pass, and once again they kneel. The Dark Guardian, when is standing, is about 10 feet tall, about a few feet taller than Bethany. And the Light Guardian is about 5 to 6 feet tall, about your height or smaller. The four of you are slowly starting to pass these two. Gotti's giving the dark one dirty looks. Bethany is looking at the light one, going,
Just walk past, talking to Sarah. Sarah, you did good.
"Thank you. They were afraid of us being intruders, and it seems as though they were here the whole time. That was one of the things I remember them saying." "Hey, you two, when you guys walked in there, after a little bit, these two creatures fell out of the sky. Or, I guess, the roof. They fell out of the roof, and they started attacking me. The dark-looking one and the light-looking one started looking in my direction." "So you opened fire?" "Yeah. To protect my daughter, of course."
But they're guardians of the Vatican. They were there to protect Sarah.
"How was I supposed to know that?"
Maybe ask Sarah if she knows what's happening. And by the way, here's a picture you probably want to see.
Yeah.
Hands him the picture from my pocket.
"You have a picture?"
Here, look.
He grabs a picture. He stares at it. "Thank you, Thomas.
Now, you can't say I'm a mean pirate.
It's been a long time since that day. I feel like I should have told her more.
And be here for your children.
I wish I could. Maybe there's some way I can." The four of you walk outside of the church. You see the old farm field in front of you, the bridge to the left, and the shore down the hill and to the right. You head back to town. Let's see how the four of you do on the bridge.
Guys, do y'all remember how to get across the bridge?
"I remember. Just follow me." He takes one step, and that step immediately caves in on itself, and he catches himself. "Oh, shit! I think I might not know the way." "Stupid idiot, let me try." Gotti takes another step, and that step is fine. "Just follow me, you idiots." As he says that, caves in, and he's just barely holding on.
So, follow you, huh? Sarah, do you know?
"Alright, fine." No, I don't really remember either. Can we take it one step at a time and we'll see? "That's a good idea, Sarah. Alright, let's put the heavy one to the back." "You're saying my daughter should go first?" No. I'm saying Thomas
Gotti,
here should go first.
Ideally, Gotti's going first because you're already on the bridge. So, Gotti, lead the way.
Fine. Gotti is taking a step, but he's taking a cautious step. He does well enough to where the four of you get across the bridge without any major issues. You reach the other side of the bridge, and now you see the bar in front of you and you're in the main town hall area.
Let's head back to Granny's, and then let's go heal up Bethany.
You hear over the intercom, you guys have 30 minutes.
Bethany, where did we have to meet them again?
Originally it was the mines. Maybe we should go
Let's
to the
just
town
bust-
hall?
Yeah, let's just bust in town.
You just want to bust in the town hall?
Yeah,
I mean, Mary never came back, so
I know.
it might be good to check on her.
I know. That's why we're gonna bust it down.
So you're heading to Grandma Linda's first. You walk inside of the house, quote unquote. She's there. Oh, it's good to see you four. At least you're alive. Did you run into any trouble?
No, everything was fine.
Oh, we ran into tons of trouble. There were these two monster things, and Sarah got him under control, though. You let my granddaughter... If it wasn't for Sarah, we'd still be there fighting those twats. And tell me what to do, Thomas. He turns around and points his dagger at you, and then he looks at it, and he's like, all right, I forgot. He takes the dagger off, puts it in back, and grabs a machine gun arm again.
Do you think I'm afraid of you because you have a gun?
Though I'd not like to admit it, I do think you're rather trustworthy.
I mean, I did get your son back. I also got your daughter back.
And he kneels down to Sarah, and he grabs her hand. And I thank you for that.
And what about your son? Speaking of Lance, where is he?
He's over here. And she's motioning to Lance, who's laying on the bed. He's so tuckered out, all the running he did today.
Not just that, he was also captured by a pirate. So.
What?
Nothing. Love you, Grandma. We're leaving now.
I could have sworn we told you that earlier. Look, I think for one, we've been doing a great job here. If it wasn't for Thomas here, I don't know what would have happened. I'm gonna stay here with my child and take care of Lance and Sarah.
Well, if you need either of us, we'll be either at the town hall. We're going to the
town hall, right?
Yeah, that's where we're going. But first, we need to go make a stop to Doc's office. Olivia's.
I think you're thinking of Rosie.
That one, yeah, Rosie.
Ah, I love that woman.
Well, let's go see her.
Oh, but Thomas, I was having so much fun here.
We had to go get this key and wherever and blah, 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 blah before someone dies.
Alright, fine. So the two of you leave. It's just you and Bethany now. And you walk up to Rosie's door. You can't see anyone inside from the window. Doesn't look like she's here.
That can't be good.
I'll knock anyway. Knock, knock, knock. And you hear nothing. Nothing inside.
Is the door unlocked, Bethany?
I'll try. The door is actually unlocked. It looks like someone tampered with the door, actually.
Bethany, quick, search the place.
Alright, you check upstairs. I'll grab the downstairs. So you're walking up the stairs, and you see two rooms. One to your left, and one to your right.
You're on the left.
So you walk into the room on the left, and it looks like a bedroom. There's just scattered everywhere. The sheets are on the ground. There's tears in the floor.
Anyone in here?
So you don't hear anything. You see the room. It's like a king-size bed. You could tell that Rosie was set.
Rosie, if you can hear me, you can come out. It's Thomas.
You don't hear anything back.
Let's still search the other room.
So you go search the other room, and it looks like some sort of guest room. You open the door, and it doesn't look like anything has been changed. It looks like just a dresser, a vanity, another bed, not as big as the other one.
Rosie, are you here? It's Thomas.
You don't hear anything from the upstairs, but you do hear from downstairs. Ah, what the hell happened here?
I head back downstairs. There's nothing upstairs, Bethany.
So you walk into the living room, and you see pillows everywhere. It seems like the pillows were thrown from the couch. Where the hell is Rosie? Do you think they could have took her?
Probably. But I want to make one more stop before we go to town hall.
The two of you walk outside, and you hear on the thing, 15 minutes. That's how long it'll take until I execute her. Hey, she said her. Or they said her.
Bethany, think you can get to town hall while I make this stop real quick?
I don't know where you gotta go, but I'll do it. So Bethany runs.
I'll meet you in town hall.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go take a little stop by Bethany's assistant, Ronnie.
So you walk inside the door. Ding ding! You see a man with his feet kicked up, reading a newspaper. It's the same guy again. Oi, what do you want?
Alright, so I'll snatch the newspaper.
Oi, what the hell was that for?
Where's the weapon made of sea sperm stone?
He stands up. How do you know about that?
Don't worry about it, now tell me where it is.
I'm not telling you anything.
I'm gonna pull out my katana and put it to his throat, so I'm gonna intimidate him.
Alright, I'll tell you. Just put that away, okay?
Not until you tell me.
Look. All I did was make the thing. They came to me with Seastone, and I said, all right, I don't know what the hell this is, but I'll make it for you.
So where is it?
I don't know. They took it away somewhere. They didn't tell me.
I think you're lying.
I'm telling the truth. I swear. So you have no idea if he's telling the truth or not. I swear, I don't know where it is. They came to me with some sort of thing called Seastone. I made them what they wanted, and then they came and took it.
Who came and took it?
The mayor and his lackeys. So you're pressing the sword against him. That's all I know, I swear.
If I find out you're lying to me, you're gonna die.
What happened to Bethany? He's still alive?
Don't worry about it. I'll be taking my leave now. Thanks for your help, Ronnie. Now I'm gonna book it for town hall.
So you're gonna run to the town hall. So you left the shop. You run towards the town hall. You get up to the front of town hall. There's a little porch section that runs around the building. Only the front part of the building. And there's greenery all around it. You can walk inside the front door. You can also see there's a window to the left.
Well, if Bethany came here, I'm sure he went through the front door. I'm gonna go through the front door.
There you see an unconscious man laying on the ground. It's Bethany.
Bethany, what happened?
Ah!
Hey,
what
happened?
Huh?
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. I ran and I came inside and whoa. Did they change the decoration around here? But I came inside and all of a sudden someone hit me in the back. It's some kind of betrayal. Some kind of betrayal, I swear. No, I don't know if that's the right word. Thomas, is there a word for that?
I don't know, but let's just find whoever we need to find.
Alright. It was weird. No one's gonna hit me. He does a little juke around and he looks behind him. Oh! I see you! And then you look around to see nothing there. Aha, I made you look.
Aha! Now let's get going.
So the two of you are standing there in the main hall, and you see multiple doors in front of you. You see one to your left, one in front of you to your left, one directly ahead of you, one to the right, and one all the way to the right. So
let's head to the far right.
As you walk into this door, you enter a room with tons of books everywhere. There's 4 shelves of just books. Anyone in here?
I don't think anyone is in here, Bess. Alright, let's just head back out and take another door.
Alright.
We'll go to the right one that was next to the far right one.
So the two of you walk into the right doors, which is a double doors, and you see a fireplace to your left, 3 tables, and some kind of seating arrangement for teaching. The chairs are pulled out, and there's a book on the table. And in front of you is 4 people tied up, gagged, and all tied together, sitting on the ground.
Shut the fuck up and let me get the tape off you.
They have her. They took...
They have who?
You can recognize these 4 people as the 4 council lackeys from episode 1. They took some girl... what was her name? And then another one says, I think it was Mary? And they're holding her in the next room.
Are you lying to me?
They look at each other. Why would we lie to you?
I know you towns all like to manipulate people.
Well, Thomas, they were kind of gagged and tied up on the ground. The 4 of them look at Bethany and then look at you. And then they shake their heads all in unison.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, which room was it?
The one next door.
Alright, Bethany, let's go.
Alright.
Oh, wait, maybe, should we free these guys?
Yes, please. Please free us. Yeah, please. I just want to go home.
Y'all are horrible at bribing. What's in it for me if I let y'all go?
They all look at each other. Well, we can pay you?
Alright, how about this? Since I'm looking for a weapon that Ronnie made, that's made of sea prism, where is it?
And they all look at each other. I don't know. Shh, we can't talk about that. But how are we supposed to get out of here?
Alright, Bethany, since they ain't gonna tell us, let's leave.
One of them speaks up. Alright. I can tell you. And then the other ones are like trying to shush him and not say.
Alright, you 3 shut up. You speak now.
The mayor hid it at the bottom of
Where?
the well. He made some kind of special door and like vault down there, only accessible by using those 2 keys. Those 2 keys he was wanting so bad. That's why.
Yep.
He wants that armor.
Okay, well, since you told me, I'll let you free. The other 3, you guys are assholes. You still gotta pay me.
They all look at each other. Thank you.
10,000 berry each and you'll be free.
Ha ha. Negotiator, I like that. So they all try to reach in their pockets, but they can't because they're tied up.
Alright, I'm gonna let y'all free. Y'all better pay me.
You break them free. They think about running away. You can tell that they're looking at the door and looking at you. They're like,
Bethany blocked the door.
Bethany slowly walks towards the double doors, stands in front of it, and smiles a big smile. You heard the man? Pay him. And then they're like, Bethany. Don't Bethany me. So they all reach in their pockets. They pull out 10,000 berry dollar bills. Each of them hand you one.
All right, Bethany, take a leave now. You, the one who told me.
Yeah.
I like you. You respectable man. All y'all go home and leave us be.
They all rush out of the door. All right. Thank you. And then one just looks at you and leaves. So now it's just the two of you standing in the room.
All right, Bethany, let's go to the next room and save Mary.
Let's go. Can't wait to get my hands on this guy.
We walk out the door, go to the next door.
Walking into the room, you see a heater in the back right corner. You see two windows behind a desk and a big desk to your left. Two chairs in front of the desk. Sitting on the desk is a man you recognize as George, the captain of the Jungle Pirates. Standing almost directly in front of you, but a little to the left, is Arthur with a gun pointed towards Marianne. As George sits on there, he goes, "Ah, you two." He's flipping the sun key in his hands, and he's got the little intercom to his right. "I've been waiting for you two. I thought you wouldn't show and leave this poor woman all
Let
to
Mary
herself."
go now.
Let her go. She's got nothing to do with this. I don't know. Do you have what I need? Arthur's staring at you two.
Well, it looks like you have what I need.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, you have a fancy looking hat that I want.
You didn't tell me about the hat. Were we trying to steal the hat?
So, you give me the hat, let her go, and I'll give you what you want.
That seems awfully suspect to be so accommodating of you.
What? I have what you want. You have what I want.
Arthur leans down as Mary was on the ground. He grabs her by the shirt collar and pulls her towards George, away from you guys, towards the back of the room. Mary! Bethany.
Oh, Arthur, you never gave me back my gun. I'd like that back, please.
Haha. You think I'll give you that back?
Well, I'm not going to use it. You know, I feel empty without it at my side. You know, I'd want it. And his hat.
George is sitting on the table there. He stopped flipping the sun key in his hand, and he's currently pushing the sun key into the table while looking at the two of you with a slightly sad expression from his normal smiling expression. I still haven't gotten my moon key, have I, Arthur? No, I don't think you have.
Before you pull the trigger, I have it right here. Pull it out of my pocket.
You're showing him the moon key, but you're covering the actual moon part. And George is, that's what I waited for so long.
Release Mary, and I'll give you your key. And you got to give me your hat.
I don't remember the hat being a part of the deal. Why do you want it so bad?
I don't feel like spending money on a hat, and you probably have a lot more money than me. And I want a hat. I can't be a pirate captain without a hat.
Oh, a pirate captain, I see. Bethany, did you know about this? Yeah? Oh, Bethany's joining another crew. What are you talking about?
Another crew? Bethany, were you part of the Jungle Pirates?
He's looking at the sun key in his hand, looking at it, then looks over the sun key to you two. Oh, you think I don't know, Bethany? Kenway has connections. I've been talking with him. And Bethany's getting slightly, a drip goes down his forehead. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, really, Bethany? Or should I say? Oh, okay. You're
Bethany, you got some explaining to do.
Hey, Thomas, now is not the time for this.
Yeah, once we go have a drink at the bar, you better explain everything.
There's gonna be a time and a place for this, and now is not the time. Bethany, help! And Arthur uses the back of the gun and hits her across the head. She doesn't go unconscious, but she feels it and stops talking. Mary, unhand her.
You want the key? Let her go, and I'll give you the key.
I have a better idea. Why don't we go together, Thomas, was it?
Yeah, and don't say it without fear.
Arthur, wait here. Thomas?
Let's go, George. Let's go see this vault at the bottom of the well.
Bethany can't come with.
That's fine. Bethany, stay here with Arthur and Mary. But since we're going together, I'll hold on to the moon key.
Only natural, and I will hold on to the sun as well.
Let's go.
Bethany gives you a worried look. Arthur looks a smug look and looks at the two of you. Mary just goes, "Careful with him. Don't say another word." "You sure about this?"
The worst you can do to me.
"He's dangerous."
So am I. Do you know who my father and mother was?
"You never mentioned it."
My father's a warlord and my mother's a D, so naturally I'm just as dangerous. And you know what I'm capable of, Bethany.
"I do, but George doesn't exactly play fair." "Are we
And
going
we're pirates.
or what?"
George, shut the hell up before I smack the hat off you.
George gives you a very, very interested look, and Arthur's like, "Really? You're gonna let him? Shush. I'm interested in him." He walks
And me,
out.
before he walks out, what's today? Today would be a Wednesday, right?
"Not Tuesday." Ha ha.
You know what I'm going for, Bethany.
He shakes his
George.
head and opens the door.
George, one more thing. Leave your weapons here, and I'll leave mine. You must not want this key then.
All right. Okay, you're at the table. To the left of the table, George is at the right of the table. Both of you place your weapons down.
May I talk to Mary real quick?
I suppose. What are you
Mary.
doing?
You'll be okay. They'll let you free.
Arthur smiles.
And Arthur, one more thing. This is for leaving us in the maze, and I try to punch him.
He sees your punch, and the trigger goes off. Mary falls to the ground. Bethany yells, "No!" George grabs his gun. Bethany is shot right in the leg because George doesn't want to kill Bethany. He's sadistic. Bethany falls. Arthur reels back. "Made a mistake, kid." He points the gun back at your direction.
That was just for the maze incident, but we can leave now. Put the gun away.
George yells, "No! Don't shoot him." "But why?" "I like this kid." Arthur goes, "Ugh!" Bethany goes, "What did you do?" George walks over to you, to your location, and George grabs you by the shoulder. He turns you around towards Mary. Mary has a bullet in the back of her head. She's been dead for seconds. And you look down at her, and George looks at you and then looks down at her. We're not too different.
I mean, I did murder your friend Max out of cold blood, so...
Max was pretty weak anyway.
But George, he was part of your crew.
Oh, I take in so many people into my crew.
Arthur here seems to like Max very much, and you're just going to say Max is complete garbage? People on your crew probably liked Max.
Arthur, we all liked Max, but he was pretty weak. And Arthur seems visibly shaken. "But Captain, he was our friend."
Hit me, Arthur. Get revenge.
"I would, but the Captain says I shouldn't."
You hated your captain. Isn't that what you told me going to the maze?
Good. George is like, "It's been a long time since I saw someone with the same look as me. Come with me. Arthur, clean up this mess." George grabs you by the shoulder, kind of like how a mentor would grab the tutelage. The two of you slowly walk out, and Bethany looks with a very terrified face at you.
You'll be okay, Bethany.
Some tears start to roll down his eyes as he looks at Mary.
I know you probably hate me right now, and I get that.
The two of you walk out the door, and the last thing you see is your crewmate, Bethany, with tears in his eyes, on his knees. So, the two of you, weaponless, walk outside the double doors.
So, George, how long you been a pirate captain?
A few years.
So you must have been to the Grand Line.
Not yet. I don't know if I'll ever be ready for the Grand Line. I enjoy my time here in the West Blue, dealing with Kenway. You called me, what was it, an errand boy?
I did indeed call you an errand boy. Because what kind of pirate takes orders from another captain?
You see, Thomas, he pulls you closer. I have bigger plans. Kenway has a lot of ties to a lot of people, and I have plans to steal the empire that he's built.
So you're getting stronger, and then you're gonna try to overpower Kenway?
Overpower him? Oh, no. Kenway is too strong for me.
So you're scared?
If you think he's not so tough, we could take him on together.
I'm gonna need a whole crew, or at least Bethany at top mint condition, and we could go say hello.
The two of you are walking and walking until you come across the well. And the well, you look down it, and it goes down and down and down until you see the water at the bottom.
But the vault's down there.
Oh, yes. I had the idiot mayor.
Yeah, he wasn't that smart. Before we go down there, I'll get a cigarette, if you don't mind. Want one, George?
Will do.
I'm not that bad of a pirate. There could be nice ones. Or there could be nasty ones, like you.
You think I'm a nasty pirate?
Well, I mean, you're preying on an innocent village.
For my own gain. Is that not what pirates do?
Yeah, but whooping some other pirate's ass seems a lot better, doesn't it?
That's
Like
why I have my plans.
I think find some newer pirates would get you up there in the world.
The two of you are standing over the well, smoking a cig each. You know, Thomas, it's reasons why the well is down there that I had to kill that foolish mayor.
You already killed the mayor. What if I wanted to do that?
Oh, I had to, you see. That idiot mayor, I found out, was calling the Marines behind my back. I remember you saying something about the Marines being on their way.
I was just joking with you.
But you see, Thomas, you may have been joking with me, but it's true. They are on their way. They're bringing someone very dangerous with them. I don't know why they would send someone like him, but
Like
they're...
him?
Yes,
Who are they bringing?
a Vice Admiral.
Oh,
He-
Koi.
You are not scared by a Vice Admiral?
I ain't scared of nobody.
That will get you killed here one day, Thomas. What would you have done if I decided to shoot you instead of your friend?
Take it like a champ and whoop your ass in front of everybody. And it was the way my father would have done it, so.
If you say so.
You do know my father's name, right? The warlord.
He's a warlord.
Yeah. And just think, one day I'm gonna whoop his ass, take his place, and become the first person ever to sail the Grand Line. You know, you could join me and help sail me with it.
Maybe. Once we take down Kenway, I'd be open to thinking about it.
And you would be on my ship, so I would be captain. I'll let you be second in command.
I'd be open to discussing it.
Right now, let's worry about this vault and this Vice Admiral coming.
So the two of you look down at the well, and George says, "After you?"
I was following you, so you gotta take the lead.
Oh, no.
Oh, I ain't going down there. Looks like we got a stalemate. How about some swords, paper, gun?
Alright. I'll play this game of yours.
Sword is your hand standing up, paper is your hand flat, and a gun is a gun.
How... Okay. Sword. Sword beats paper. Paper beats gun. Gun beats sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Sword 1. Paper 2. Gun 3. Roll a d3.
I roll a 2, so I got paper.
He got sword. It's a 1.
Alright. You won.
I won this little game of yours, so that means you'll go first, right?
Yeah, that was the deal. The thing is, how the hell do we get down there?
It seems we have to either climb down or use this little pulley they have. And it's like the little, a well for a bucket. You can, like, ride down it.
When we climb down, will we take like a ladder or just like jump down?
You could probably climb down by using the little stones that they've made.
I'm gonna take the pulley down.
So you grab the pulley. It's not meant for humans, but you could try it.
Alright, see you down there, Georgie.
I'll see
Soon
you
as I-
down. So you try to go down slower and slower, and then all of a sudden it speeds all the way down, and you go, ah! You lose control of it, and right before you hit the ground, you're able to cushion yourself to where you take 1d6 damage from hitting your ass onto the ground. So you'll take 2 damage, and you hit the ground. Looking all around you, you see the water beneath you. You can see the big door, probably a few feet tall, with the 2 indentations into it, like it's supposed to have 2 keys put into it. Next to you, you find a gold bracelet on the ground. As you found the gold bracelet, and you see all around you, you see the door in front of you, you see the stone walls, and it's very cramped. About 1 person could fit next to you, and that would be it. Looking above you, you see George slowly climbing down, using the stones as a leverage. He finally gets to the ground, and he's like, "You all right there, Thomas?"
Felt better.
All right. Well, you see what this dumb mare thought it would be a good place to keep my treasure. Or should I say Kenway's treasure?
Why don't you keep it for yourself?
I've been thinking about it. Yes.
But what's supposed to be in here?
I've had a weapon built.
Oh, so that was you who had Ronnie build a weapon out of sea prism.
You know about that?
Yeah. It was a sea prism used to kill the goddess or whatever.
Oh yeah, that foolish woman. She thought she could stay on this island undetected forever. Yes, the mayor was having trouble, and he contacted Kenway, and Kenway sent me. We've been having Seastone delivered to this island for a little while, until we were finally able to build what we needed to finally kill her. Which was ironic, because we didn't even get to use it against her.
Well, you could probably go find her devil fruit in the maze.
I'm not interested in that.
Only the Marines are.
Yes. The Marines love collecting devil fruits and giving it to their special officers. Well, are you ready? George reaches into his pocket, but he stops and he waits for you.
For my pocket, and alright. Pull out the key. You ready? Or did you leave your little thumb key back in the office?
You seem rather unafraid of me or Kenway. Why is that?
I have my own reasons for why I'm not afraid.
Yes, you mentioned your father.
And just wait till he finds out that his son is going to be a pirate.
Can you tell me his name?
I'll just give you a hint.
So he slowly is pulling out the key from his pocket, and he pulls the key away, and he shows it to you. The two of you are like uncomfortably close.
It's a nice looking key he got there.
Yes, you want this, don't you?
Fighting you in this little well isn't probably the best idea for either of us.
No, it isn't. It wouldn't end good for either of us.
So, shall we open it?
He takes the key. He's looking at you. What do you got?
Pull out the key.
Pull out the key, and you're holding it. The two of you slowly pushing the key into the hole. At the same time, you both put the key in the hole and turn. You hear a click, and the door pushes open. You both see a small room with something sitting right there. A suit of armor made of Seastone, from what you have been talking about.
Now, I thought they made a weapon and not some armor.
Really? You don't think a suit of armor could be a weapon?
It could.
Think about it, Thomas. George is looking directly at the suit of armor, and his eyes light up, unaffected by all the users.
It seems heavy for like a normal person to wear.
Though, a devil fruit user themselves wouldn't be able to use this, so it's useless to Kenway.
Maybe he wants it, so it's not used against him. So hear me out, George. You could keep this armor for yourself. Give Kenway another type of armor that looks the same, and you already have the advantage against Kenway.
But Kenway would know the difference.
What's he gonna do, put it on himself?
You know what happens when a devil fruit user touches Seastone?
They pretty much pass out.
They get very weak. If Kenway touches this metaphorical armor you proposed to me, then he would not feel weak. You get my drift?
And then that's why you run like hell.
You may be gutsy, but you're not very smart, are you?
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm fun to be around.
So George walks up to the suit of armor. He looks at it, and then he touches it. And the suit of armor is like, Apex armor. It only covers up the chest. It's covers the entire torso.
Okay. I was thinking you said full suit, like a helmet,
Yeah.
shoulder pads, knee pads, knuckles.
No. You see, Thomas, they didn't have enough Seastone in Kano country to send here.
Kano country? Isn't that like far off from here?
Oh, yes. Kano country. I'd say it's about 2 weeks, maybe 3 from here.
It's like I know where I'm going next.
If you say so, Thomas. Journeying out on the sea for 2 weeks? 3?
I can do it.
So, he takes the armor, and he slaps it on himself. I'll hold on to this for now, until we get it to Kenway.
Alright.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, Thomas, I was hoping you'd come with. You know, you gave me ideas. We could take Kenway down together."
Maybe. We'll see how I feel once we get upstairs.
Alright. You guys leave the little room. You look above the well, There seems to be like a big distance above. How do you want to get back up there?
Well, we could climb. Want me to go first again?
Sure. You climb up a little bit. You get a little far into it, but then you fall. Not fall. You slide down a little more, and your hands hurt. How you doing up there?
And it's been a while since I climbed something.
I can tell.
Seems like your wife's been busy, so I wasn't able to climb onto her.
Wow. You just have no respect for other people, do you?
It's a joke. Calm down. Trying to get a good laugh in this situation.
George is like, all right. Gonna keep going?
Well, of course. I don't want to just hang around and be part of the jungle pirates.
And you climb. You get almost halfway up there. You getting tired yet?
I'm more worried about you with that suit of armor on.
Oh, don't worry about me. So you climb, and you get all the way to the top. You reach back up to the top. It seems to be a commotion going on. Cannons going off.
George, get up here quick. There's cannon gunfire shots up here, so I need you up here quick.
Alright, I'll hurry. So he pulls himself up, and he's trying to climb. So you climb out of there. You're standing in the middle of the town, at the well. And far off in the distance, in the port, you can see a ship pulling in. This ship is bigger than the Jungle Pirate ship, because the Jungle Pirate ship is docked in the port. This ship coming up is not a lot bigger, but bigger than that one. And it's shooting cannons into the Jungle Pirate ship. As you see the cannons shoot into the ship sets sail and it is trying to leave and is moving.
George, your crew's leaving you.
And George is just now pulling up and is getting to where you are now and pulls out. George looks out. That's the Marine ship they sent, isn't it?
Pretty much scared away your little crewmates, so probably.
They'll probably circle around and come around. Let me see what I can do. So he goes back into the town hall. He walks back in.
I'm gonna follow him.
You're following. The two of you walk inside. You're standing in the front hall. And pulls out a little DenDenMushi. And you hear bada 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 clack jack. Who is it? Ah, Kenway. It's me. George. Yeah, I've seemed to run into some more trouble. There seems to be Marines here. Let me see what I can do. You hear another DenDenMushi on the other side of the phone. Bada 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 check. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Over there. Uh-huh. Over by Coral. Okay. Clock check. I'd get out of there if I were you, George. They sent Vice Admiral Koi. Yeah, I knew they sent the Admiral. You mentioned that yesterday, but I just didn't know who it was. Get out of there, George, and you better bring me my treasure. The armor you promised. Yeah, I'll have it. Clock check.
The who's? Vice Admiral Koi?
Someone we don't want to mess with. You said
Why?
you talked all big talk, didn't you? Thinking you can stand up to a Vice Admiral? Well, here's your chance. Go show me why you're Thomas Lau. So he motions to the door, because he's trying to beckon you to go take on this Vice Admiral.
Hey, George, I might need my weapons first.
Oh, if you say so. George walks with you back inside. Bethany is holding the body of Mary, and Arthur is sitting in the mayor's chair, spinning. Ha ha. Oh, I see what we got, what we came for, huh? Yes,
yeah, apparently now there's bigger problems.
I could hear something outside. What is
Vice
it?
Admiral Koi's here.
Koi, deal with it yourself.
You just leaving me here, Bethany?
Bethany's holding the body of Mary, and he didn't say anything back.
Alright. Arthur, you're coming with me.
Arthur looks to George, and George approves. Sure, Thomas, let's go.
So I grab my katana and my gun back from Arthur.
He gives it to
Alright,
you.
Arthur. You ready?
One day I'm gonna get you back for that punch.
Talking about. You already got me back for the maze incident.
So you leave Bethany there, and George stays there, and the two of you walk outside. Walking down, you see the port, and you see the Jungle Pirate ship leave, and Arthur goes, "Damn."
Yeah, your crewmates left.
No, they'll be back. This is standard procedure in case this happens, but that's not a ship we want to mess with.
From back there, the ship looked a little bit smaller. Up close, it's kind of fucking huge.
Yep, it's only slightly smaller than a man of war. You guys are standing at the top of stairs, looking down on a ship that dropped anchor. You see tons of Marines coming out of the ship, and they all line up, and they're all giving a salute. Coming out of the ship is a man about a little bit bigger than Bethany. He's an older man, probably in Linda's years, except he has jet black hair and a big smile on his face, just like Garp. There's a big pier. Docked in the pier is the frigate ship. They dropped anchor. They dropped the plank, I guess, that you use to leave the ship. Bunch of Marines came out, I'd say about 10. They all lined up, leading towards the island. All of them have their big salute going. One of them says, "Attention! Presenting!" And then as he's walking out of there, he's drinking and eating. Oh. "Presenting Vice Admiral Monkey D. Koi." And he's walking down and he says, "No need to be so formal." He grabs the Marine by his coat and he's like, "Ha ha ha, we're just here on good friendly business, alright?" He walks slowly towards the island. "But sir, weren't we here searching for someone?" And then Arthur whispers to you, "You need to get out of here. That dude is animating some order I don't want to mess with."
What did you just say his name was?
"That's Vice Admiral Koi."
No, I'm talking about the whole name.
"His full name?" As you look at him, Arthur whispers in your ear, and you see him fully for all he's worth. The jet black hair, the big muscles, and a figure resembling Garp. That's Monkey D. Koi. To be continued.
Come and find me in the dark now. Every day by myself I'm breaking down. I don't wanna fight alone anymore. Break me out from the prison of my own pride. My God, I need a hope I can't deny. In the end I'm realizing I was never meant to fight on my own.
The voice of a raspy man comes through the DenDenMushi of the leader of the jungle pirates as he leaves the kitchen, heading to the main hall. There he sees Arthur tying up the council members. The DenDenMushi speaks. "George, I've received word there's another doctor living on Coral Town." George replies, "That's strange, Master Kenway. I could have sworn I brought them all to you." Just then, when Arthur finishes up tying the council members, the door to the town hall opens wide. The woman known as Mary steps inside. She sees the pirate known as George and his right-hand man Arthur, and begins slowly moving backwards towards the door she came through. The voice of the DenDenMushi is heard throughout the room. "Apparently not. Lars, one of the former Coral Town doctors, says his assistant still lives there. Now, Lars, would you tell George what is it you told me?" A soft, scared voice comes through as the man speaks. She lived in the high-income housing district. First house on the right after you pass the river. Her name's Rosie." Mary's face goes pale as she stands there stunned. George replies to Kenway while motioning to Arthur. "Yes, Master Kenway. I'll send my men there immediately." Arthur pulls out his own DenDenMushi without a focus on the girl that seems to be a civilian and relays the information to another jungle pirate on the other end. Just as the call ends, the girl attacks, throwing a kick, knocking the DenDenMushi out of Arthur's hands. As she stands her ground, having closed the distance quickly, Arthur lets out a "You bit!" but is cut off by George yelling, "Stop! We can use this to our advantage." In doing so, stopped Arthur from revealing his gun. "I will not let you touch her!" Mary yells out, standing her ground. George pleads with Mary. "Miss, I take it that woman is important to you. Well, it seems likely my men are already there. There's little you can do. Even if you make it there, I doubt you're much of a fighter, despite your apparent training in some kind of fighting." Mary remembers she's no longer Agent Navi, and even if she was, knows even she can't take a bullet if both of them fire on her, regardless of her fighting prowess. She stands straight. "I'm listening." George smirks. "Turn yourself over as my hostage, instead of these fools." He motions to the council members. "And in doing so, I'll leave this." He pauses. "Rosie, out of it, regardless of what Master Kenway here wants." Kenway on the DenDenMushi replies, "George, What are you... Mary thinks it over for a minute in her mind before replying. And what about that kid and Bethany? I'll announce on the intercom snail system how much time they have every so often, so they don't forget the deal. George motions to Arthur for him to throw the council members in another room. Do we have a deal? Mary puts her hands forward. Fine. Soon cuffed and brought into the room alongside Arthur and George, Mary has a feeling that things won't go as planned, but she knows she doesn't have any other choice. She's put her faith into Thomas and Bethany to not only save Rosie, but to save herself. George gives a smirk and speaks into the DenDenMushi. Do not worry, Master Kenway. I'll have the woman and the armor, as promised. Unbeknownst to George, on the other end of the DenDenMushi, hundreds of miles away on a nearby island, Kenway, in the room with a man with a half-concrete face, beating a woman in a hood while she's tied up. Kenway speaks over the screams of pain. Yeah! George, I want to know who's this kid, the one the woman was talking about. Leave the DenDenMushi on and hidden, so I may hear what is about to transpire. As you wish. After some time goes by, a voice can be heard coming out of the DenDenMushi. It's George again. I was beginning to think you two wouldn't show.